Hello Libra, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we're going to be taking a look at the career and financial energy for the sign of Libra for the month of June. Now Libra, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. I do not offer personal readings and I will not send you a message on any platform, so do not get scammed. All right, let's go ahead and see what we have going on here for you, Libra. Please do consider hitting the like button and subscribing. It really does help with the growth of this channel. Subscribing will get you future updates on a weekly and monthly basis, as well as some bonus readings. And hitting the like button does ensure that other people who need to see these messages have an opportunity to see these messages. All right, let's go ahead and make sure everything is in view. I am using the Gilded Tarot, which you can find in the link in the description below, as well as the Kipper Oracle deck and the Rider-Waite Tarot. All right. I think we're all set up and in view here, Libra. All right, that's about as good as it's going to get. All right, Libra, energy on the bottom. You have the Emperor. So the Emperor is a very good omen to find in a career and financial reading. Actually one of the best to find for a reading like this, because the Emperor is sitting on the throne. Okay, they have the crown. They have the accolades. They are a major energy of success. And you could say that the Emperor is big boss energy, is the energy of authority, of leadership, of structure, of stability, of integrity, of honesty, all of those sorts of things. And remember, just a friendly reminder, since we have a bunch of different cards here, you can take on any of the aspects of any of these cards. I do not attach gender to the cards, and so do keep that in mind as you look at something like the Emperor or the Empress or a Queen or a King, just so you know. And so, yes, the Emperor, it's also Aries energy as well. Aries starts off the zodiac sign. Aries is a classic leader in the zodiac. It's interesting that the Emperor can also refer to the father archetype in the tarot. But I feel like for some of you here, there's definitely a big sort of opening energy of success for you. If I'm taking a look here with the Emperor, but also with the card that I'm about to talk about now. So let's just talk about it. So in the overall situation, you have the Six of Wands, which is a major energy of success. Both of these cards can refer to the energy of success in some ways, but the Six of Wands in particular, you know, this is about public recognition, okay? And you do have this interesting situation unfolding here, which I'm going to talk about more as we go along. But you can see that there's this shadowy figure here in the background, and that person is actually the Seven of Swords. Okay, so I'll talk about it more as we go along, but basically what happens, unfortunately, sometimes when you achieve success, other people want what you have, or other people may be jealous, or other people may try to knock you off your hill or knock you off your mountaintop. And it's just something to keep in mind, that it is totally okay to be successful, even in the face of adversity, even in the face of negative energy or lower vibrational energy. It's 100% okay to be a successful person. And you certainly have a lot of that stacking up here, especially as you have double aces in the future, which is always a good sign. The Emperor, the Six of Wands. It may mean that you have to sort of also handle a situation where somebody's just not taking your success in a positive way. And sometimes that's just how it is. I know it's not a great answer, but that is the truth. So in the past, you have the Three of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the Five of Swords. So I definitely feel like this reading is starting off very good. And you know what's interesting? I use a completely different deck and I shuffle the decks very well. You and Gemini have a very similar energy so far here. So I would definitely take a look at the Gemini reading if you have any Gemini in your chart at all. But you know, you have this Three of Pentacles, which is about potentially recognition and reward. You actually have 2 cards of being recognized here publicly or just recognized generally with the 3 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands, and also in this diagonal. So I do think that some of you either recently have potentially given a speech, or you have potentially presented on a project, you've presented some research, or you've made a presentation in some ways if you are employed. And I do think that that went very well, in that you are not self-employed, you work for somebody else. And I do think that that went very well, and I don't think it went unnoticed either, meaning, the Emperor could be the authority figure or the boss if you are not, especially with this King of Wands, and I do feel like they have recognized everything that the value that you provide, the value that you bring to a workplace. I also think that some of you here are self-employed, and I do think if you are in that camp, some of you have been spending time looking at your skills. As you can see, the mallet on their belt, the anvil in the background, craftsmanship, crafting something. I do think some of you are looking at your talents, your skills, whatever you're sort of artisan in, which we all are, and using those to sort of help you build something, particularly because you have this King of Wands below it. The King of Wands is the classic entrepreneur in the tarot. King of Wands is also success. So you can see here we have that word success is really, really, really coming in here for you. King of Wands has gotten to the top of the career ladder as well. As you can see, the Wands is the suit of work, and the King of Wands is the last court card in the suit of Wands. Again, the suit of Wands rules career, work, enterprise, business, classic entrepreneur, but also somebody who really doesn't do things that they don't want to do for their career. They always follow their passion, and they find success in following their passion. So some of you could be connecting with that as well. There is something here in this lower row. The lower row is the row of your thoughts. Or I'm sorry, the lower row is the row of your subconscious. It's the way that you talk to yourself. It's also what comes in through dreams or what is hidden. You have this 5 of Swords, which is in the past, there may be something in your subconscious around, and this may be coming out through dreams if you're somebody who remembers your dreams, because we always have dreams, but it's a matter of remembering them. There may have been some dream symbolism here in the past around a loss or some sort of defeat in your life. And I do think that this could be playing out here, and it's maybe coming forward for you to heal. Some of you may have had a challenge in the past as it relates to maybe career situations or something like that here that's maybe playing out in the subconscious realm, which again is really just the dream world. In the current situation, you have the 7 of Swords, the 6 of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. Okay, so we'll just talk about the Queen of Cups here, then we'll talk about this interesting situation showing up. So the Queen of Wands is really a major card of intuition, trusting your gut, trusting your feelings. The Queen of Cups is also a classic therapist type. So you have this entrepreneurial energy, you have this sort of therapist type as well, somebody who can really hear you and listen to you and help you through, help you with something. And the Queen of Cups is definitely a nice energy to find, for sure. And so I think that I think some of you, there's this message here of you trusting that the worst is behind you, and whatever was going on here with this 5 of Swords, that's behind you, Libra. So we're taking a look here at this 7 of Swords, 6 of Wands energy. So you can see, as I've said here, you see the shadowy figure here in the past, and you can see that that's actually the outline of the 7 of Swords. So the 7 of Swords is somebody who's potentially a toxic person. I see the 7 of Swords come in oftentimes in my personal life, but also in doing thousands of readings. I've seen the 7 of Swords come in when there's a gossiper in the mix, or there's somebody who's trying to maybe start stuff, spread rumors, particularly if you work, if you are in the workplace. Like if you work in an office setting, I see that come in a lot. And really it's just because, and this is something that I think you may find helpful, it's really just because that person is insecure. When they insecure about what's going on in their life, that they feel like they need to start gossip, right? Oftentimes when people gossip, it's because something in their life is not going well and they need to make themselves feel better, right? And so if you can understand that, then that can really be something where you let that go, right? And you know, recognize that that is their stuff, that is their toxic energy, and that you don't need to engage in that type of energy either. And so I think that some of you are coming to this recognition. I think you know that there's something fishy going on. I think you know that it's because you've been successful. I think that you know it's because you're going to continue being successful. And whatever's going on with this Seven of Swords energy, you're going to let that play out as it's supposed to play out in sort of divine timing and in the divine courts. So in the future, you have the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Hanging Man. Double aces, amazing. So the Hanging Man is really this energy of something's got to give. You got to let something go. I think it's probably letting go of somebody's toxic energy, not allowing it to kind of stick around here too much in the subconscious, but just understand that as long as you continue to be the best version of yourself, that's all you can do. That's really all you can do. So the Ace of Pentacles is a new start in the material realm, or in the areas of work, finances, also academia maybe, potentially. And it could even just be signing off on a new contract for work, signing off on a new home, renting a new home, getting a new car loan, or getting a car. It could also be making a sale or making a purchase, situations like that. And you have this with the Ace of Cups as well. It could also just, if it's none of those things, remember, it's hard to get so specific, but if it's none of those things, it could just be you getting something off the ground, like launching a project and like getting a new start with something that may generate money or something like that. And I think that is potentially on the table here, as you have this Ace of Cups, which could be like a sort of birthing energy of you starting a creative project in your life, or even in the workplace as well. There's big new beginning energy here, and it's around the idea of success, as you have all of these cards that I've talked about. So let's go ahead and dive into this more and get some more tarot cards. So you have the Six of Cups, you have the Hermit, you have the Three of Pentacles, definitely something going on with a colleague here. You have the Ace of Swords. Wow, that's 3 aces. You have the Fool and the Four of Pentacles. So once again, Gemini had 3 aces, different aces, but they had 3 aces. And so very, very interesting, something good coming in for the air signs here. So far I've not done Aquarius yet, but definitely something good coming in for the air signs here in this month as it relates to career finance. So I definitely like to see this, but you know, there is something from the past showing up here. The Six of Cups, you can see that this person's stopping to smell the roses, right? You can see that. And you know, this is a nice reminder when you get the Six of Cups to just sort of do what you can to the best of your ability to stay in the present moment, okay? The thing is, the past is the past, and there's not much, the past doesn't exist because the past has already happened, right? The future doesn't exist because the future hasn't happened yet. And so really, the best thing that you can do is to stay in the now. And it's always a good reminder of that when you get the Six of Cups. You have this Ace of Swords, which is a breakthrough. It is also a new beginning. 3 aces in a tarot reading is an incredibly good sign of something nice happening in your life, particularly around starting something. Ace of Swords is potentially you finding the right way to communicate to this challenging person that we've been talking about. Hermit, the Fool. You're not going to rock the boat here with the Hermit. You're going to make a sort of logical, not logical, wise. Wise is the word that I was looking for. You're going to make a wise choice in terms of how to handle a communication situation, because you have the Hermit's energy of being wise, but you also have the Three of Pentacles twice. Again, you can see the colleagues here talking about this statue or talking about this work. And again, so that's a big energy of colleagues, but we talked about how there's maybe this challenge, but the thing is you're successfully handling it in a mature way, in a wise way. You have the Four of Pentacles as well. Potentially situation stabilizing, I think, in the workplace, particularly if you're here and you are working for an employer. I do think that there's stability happening there. And the Fool is a powerful new beginning. So 3 aces in the Fool. There's not much more else for me to say other than there's a new change coming in. There's like a change, but it's new. It's like newness, if that's even a word. I don't think it's a word, but I'm going to say it. It's like there's a fresh energy here. So taking the leap at this time. Let's see what else we have. So you have occupation, poverty, and I guess we'll take both of these. You have high honor and marriage. Okay, why I really like this high honor and marriage card, some of you may get a new job, I have to say this. I typically look for like the Ace of Wands or the Page of Wands, but because we have 3 aces and the Fool, which is something new with occupation, high honor is is a card that I refer to as, it's a card that comes forward when people really respect you in the workplace, and you're somebody who's authoritative, you're like a subject matter expert, or somebody who people go to for advice, go to for help. And you have this here with marriage, which when I find in a career reading, that's like you marrying skills and disciplines. You know, you might be the right fit for the right workplace or the right opportunity, and this may come with more money here. So incredible. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. I'll see you in the next reading.